Megatroll.
When Netflix dropped Troll back in December 2022, nobody expected a Norwegian monster movie to become one of the biggest global sensations of the year. Yet it smashed every record imaginable, climbing to the top as Netflix's most watched non-English language movie of all time. Even now, in 2025, Troll still holds that crown, despite massive competition from the French blockbuster Under Paris. And now, after years of waiting and teasing, the Trolls are back, and they're bringing an even bigger, wilder fight with them. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Troll 2 officially stomps onto Netflix on December 1st, 2025, and everything about it promises to be louder, larger, and more chaotic than before. Let's dive into everything we know so far, from the story, the returning cast and new characters, to the jaw-dropping monster face-off teased in the trailer.
Monster?
The return of Norway's giant guardian. If you remember the end of the first film, you'll recall the chilling tease, a hint that another troll was still out there. Director Roar Uthaug clearly wasn't finished exploring the world of ancient Norwegian folklore colliding with modern humanity. And now, in Troll 2, the myth grows even bigger. The story picks up with Professor Nora Tidemann, played once again by Ine Marie Wilmann, who returns as the brilliant paleontologist turned troll expert. After surviving the first film's massive chaos in Oslo, Nora has been living quietly, still studying Norway's ancient legends. But peace never lasts long in monster movies. A new threat emerges, one that dwarfs even the creatures she once faced.
Tragedy strikes again as another troll attack shocks Norway.
Meet the Megatroll, a colossal new threat. The trailer wastes no time revealing the movie's central menace. The people of Norway now face a new kind of troll, a towering, unstoppable creature that Andreas Isaksson, played by Falck, dramatically dubs Megatroll. This new monster makes its grand entrance in one of the most intense opening sequences Netflix has ever teased. A crowded ski lodge filled with partygoers turns into a scene of pure destruction as Megatroll rises from the mountains and smashes through the building like it's made of paper. The panic, the chaos, the sound of snow collapsing. It's a perfect setup for the sequel's tone. Bigger, bolder, and unrelenting. And unlike the troll from the first movie, who had some tragic, misunderstood energy to him, this new one is pure destruction. Megatroll isn't just a relic of old legends. He's a vengeful behemoth, unleashed and unstoppable.
Når alt på sitt mørkeste.
The old team assembles once again. After the mayhem at the ski lodge, Andreas, the government communications officer turned unlikely monster hunter, reunites with Nora. Their chemistry and reluctant partnership were a major highlight of the first film, and now they're thrown back into the chaos together. Andreas has tracked down this massive new troll, but even he knows they're out of their depth. Together, they must uncover where Megatroll came from, and more importantly, how to stop him before Norway becomes ground zero for another mythological apocalypse. Fresh faces in the fight. Every sequel needs new blood, and Troll 2 doesn't disappoint. Joining the returning heroes are two new key characters, Marian Aurian Radani, a sharp, no-nonsense government official played by Sara Karami, and Esther Johanna Tiller, a historian portrayed by Anne Krigsfall. Director Roar Uthaug explained that bringing these characters in was essential to expanding the world. Marian brings the bureaucratic and political perspective, the voice of the government trying to keep things under control while the trolls literally tear apart cities. Esther, on the other hand, adds depth to the folklore. She represents the voice of ancient knowledge, the one who understands that these creatures aren't just monsters, but part of Norway's hidden, magical past. Uthaug described them as adding new, fresh life to the returning group, and based on the trailer, they definitely shake up the dynamic. Esther's fascination with trolls might just help Nora and Andreas uncover Megatroll's origins, while Marian's strict approach to handling the crisis could create some tense clashes between science, myth, and military power. Bigger, wilder, and way more epic. If you thought the first Troll was massive in scale, Troll 2 aims to blow it out of the water, or, in this case, out of the mountains. In Uthaug's own words, we were able to make it bigger this time around, so it was a no-brainer that we needed 2 trolls. That's right, 2 trolls. One is Megatroll, the new towering monster. But the second troll? That's the twist that fans are already speculating about. The trailer shows glimpses of a second massive creature locked in combat with Megatroll. A full-on Titan battle unfolding across snow-covered peaks and eventually spilling into an urban city center. It's a monster versus monster spectacle that's been compared to Godzilla vs. Kong, but with the uniquely Nordic flavor that made Troll so special. In one unforgettable line from the trailer, Andreas watches the 2 colossal beings clash and mutters, "Monster Mash." That single phrase perfectly captures the tone of Troll 2. Intense yet self-aware, dark but fun. The vision behind the sequel. Director Roar Uthaug, known for The Wave and Tomb Raider, returns to helm the sequel, and he's clearly pushing everything to the next level. He told Netflix's Tudum that the success of Troll gave him a huge confidence boost and creative freedom. It's very exciting and very inspirational to know that we have such a huge fan base out there. That also makes me very excited to share this sequel with them, because I'm really proud of it. I think if you loved the first movie, you're really gonna love this one. That confidence shows in the trailer's visuals. The sequel is bursting with cinematic energy, sweeping shots of Norway's icy wilderness, massive set pieces of collapsing mountains, and jaw-dropping CGI that rivals Hollywood's biggest monster movies. And yet, at its core, Troll 2 doesn't forget what made the first film special, a story that's deeply tied to Norwegian mythology and national identity.
Matt?
Exploring the mythology behind the monsters. One of the reasons Troll resonated with audiences worldwide was its respectful take on Scandinavian folklore. Instead of turning trolls into one-dimensional creatures, it portrayed them as ancient beings wronged by human expansion, symbols of nature's forgotten fury. With Troll 2, that mythology expands even further. Nora and Esther's research dives deeper into the origins of the trolls, uncovering long-buried secrets about their society, their connection to ancient landscapes, and why they're suddenly reawakening. There are hints that Megatroll might not just be another random creature, but a kind of alpha troll, possibly a guardian or ruler from troll legend. Some fan theories even suggest that the second troll appearing in the trailer could be the original creature's mate or offspring, setting up a more emotional layer to the monster conflict.
Monster Mash?
A story about humanity's consequences. Beyond the massive action scenes, Troll 2 continues the theme of human arrogance clashing with nature's power. In the first movie, humans destroyed the trolls' home, awakening their wrath. Now, as Megatroll rises, the question becomes whether humanity will ever learn its lesson. Nora's role as a scientist caught between myth and modernity becomes even more significant here. Her respect for the trolls contrasts sharply with Marion's pragmatic, military-minded approach. It's a conflict that mirrors today's real-world struggle between science, faith, and government control in times of crisis. And while Troll 2 is an epic monster movie on the surface, it's also shaping up to be a cautionary tale, a reminder that nature, no matter how mythical, always finds a way to strike back.
Tragedy strikes again as another troll attack shocks Norway.
A new kind of monster showdown. Let's talk about that epic troll fight. The trailer only gives us quick glimpses, but what it shows is enough to make fans lose their minds. In one shot, Megatroll emerges from beneath a glacier, shaking the earth as avalanches crumble around him. In another, a second troll, larger and covered in moss and rock, appears to challenge him, roaring so loudly that the sound echoes across valleys. The two giants eventually clash, smashing through forests, tumbling across snow, and even fighting among city skyscrapers. The scale of destruction is staggering. Buildings collapse, tanks roll in, fighter jets scream overhead, but in the end, it's the trolls themselves that dominate the frame, turning Norway into their battlefield. And while the trailer doesn't confirm which troll is the hero, it's clear that humanity is caught in the middle of something far beyond their control. What fans can expect. With Troll 2, fans can expect everything they loved about the first film, but magnified. There'll be humor, heart, mythological mystery, and of course, massive monster mayhem. Roar Uthaug has already confirmed that Troll 2 will explore new regions of Norway, including deeper into the Arctic and even parts of the underground cave systems teased in the first movie's lore. The production has also used new VFX technology to make the trolls look more realistic and expressive than ever before. And with the returning cast's chemistry and the new characters' dynamic energy, the sequel looks like it's balancing emotional depth with blockbuster spectacle perfectly. The countdown to December 1st. Netflix officially confirmed Troll 2's release date as December 1st, 2025, making it a perfect early winter blockbuster. With its snow-covered setting, epic scale, and thrilling creature battles, it's positioned to dominate the platform just like its predecessor did 3 years ago. And given that Troll became the most-watched non-English film ever on Netflix, the anticipation for this sequel is sky high. Fans across the globe are already revisiting the first movie to catch every clue, theory, and bit of lore that might connect to Troll 2.
Tragedy strikes.
Our nerdy thoughts. Troll 2 isn't just another sequel. It's the next chapter in a growing Norwegian monster mythology that's captivated global audiences. It's about legends colliding with science, humans grappling with the power of ancient nature, and monsters that aren't just beasts, but echoes of forgotten history. From its returning cast and jaw-dropping visuals to its promise of an epic troll showdown, everything about Troll 2 screams bigger and better. Roar Uthaug isn't just making a follow-up, he's crafting Norway's own cinematic universe of myth and mayhem. So mark your calendars for December 1st, 2025, because when Troll 2 hits Netflix, it won't just shake the mountains of Norway, it's gonna shake the whole world.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.